Hello everyone. For today's video, I am asking Metatron to answer a question that was posed by one of our viewers. She asks that the distinction between being totally focused on the task at hand and being aware multi-dimensionally be explained. I am one with my glorious I Am Presence and Holy Christ Self. My personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment, and fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. I am now ready to receive today's message. Greetings, beloveds. It is very easy for me to understand how you can get confused between these two things that I have asked of you. So let us start with the multi-dimensional awareness. I will describe this as succinctly as I can and as simply as I can. Let us, for the sake of argument, say that all of your bodily sensations, hot, cold, smell, touch, hear, all take place within the three lowest dimensions. Then your feeling world exists in the fourth dimension. Your mental world exists in the fifth dimension. So while you are incarnate upon this planet, you are always experiencing a certain degree of multi-dimensionality. So, let us say you are engaged in a task, and that task is preparing food for your meal. Your three lower dimensions are all working together to prepare the food. You are feeling the vegetables. You are cutting them. Now, if you are also smelling them at the same time, then you are adding another aspect to it. But all of those basically take place in the first three dimensions. So if while you are preparing the food, you are thinking about something totally unrelated to the food, then that part of you is distracted. And that is the time when accidents happen, where you might accidentally cut yourself. Because even though your eyes are focused on what you are doing, your mind is elsewhere. And so you are not fully focused on the task that you are doing. Now let's say that while you are preparing the food, you feel very sad about something. And so all of that sadness is actually being absorbed by the food that you are preparing. And very sensitive people can actually pick up that vibration in the food when it is eaten. So, while you are aware on these different dimensions, you are also can be either distracted and not focused on the task at hand, or you can have all of these different dimensional aspects of yourself focused on the one task. Now, to apply this to your meditations, where it is very important that all of you be focused, let us say, for example, on receiving light into your being. If you are able to visualize the light, then that is one of your senses in one dimension that is being engaged. If you are then able to feel the sensation of the light, then that is another dimension that is engaged. If you are able to feel the bliss and the joy that the light is, that means that your fourth dimensional body is engaged in the meditation. And if you are thinking mentally and saying to yourself, I am breathing in the light into my being, I am breathing it out into the center of the earth, and I am breathing it back in, then your fifth dimensional aspect is also fully engaged and focused in the one activity. So in this way, all of your different dimensions are focused in one point. I hope this explains it for you, beloveds. For this is what is required at this time. That you be able to complete all your tasks while simultaneously being aware of all of the different aspects that you are. You are, in every single moment, a multi-dimensional being. But for example, it is also possible to not be aware of how you feel or what you are thinking and be totally engaged in a physical activity. This is where most of humanity comes from. But as an awakened human being, it is important that you be aware of how you feel in any given moment, and to be able to perceive your own thoughts from the perspective of the observer. When you are totally engaged in your thoughts and not aware of them objectively, this is akin to the unawakened state. For all humans think and feel. But as an awakened human being, you become more of the observer of the incarnate being. And that means you begin to see your own emotions. not as if they were happening to someone else, but from the point of view that you are not those emotions. Those emotions are being experienced by one small aspect of you. You, as a divine being, are much more than your emotions, much more than your thoughts, much more than your physical body. But it doesn't do any good to have this repeated over and over again if you do not have the experience of it, beloveds. And you only have the experience of it as you begin to align yourself more with the observer that the totality of you is. Then you begin to see the emotions as being part of the ever-changing landscape that your being comprises. And the same with the thoughts and the fifth dimensional aspect that you are. As long as you hold on to the thoughts and believe that the thoughts somehow define you and somehow make up who you are, or that you are your thoughts, then you are still in the unawakened state. It is only as you begin to realize that you are pure awareness that can perceive the thoughts, but not be the thoughts. It is at that moment that you begin to truly function as an awakened being. You begin to identify yourself more with the divine, blissful observer, rather than with the part of you that is doing the thinking, the feeling, and the acting. Those aspects of you are ever changing. The part of you that is the blissful observer is eternally the same. It is pure awareness, untainted by any condition. And when you can feel and identify that presence within you, your body, your emotions, and your thoughts will perceive it as being pure joy or pure love. There is a wonderful old story where someone tries to describe how you perceive God by comparing God to an elephant. And then you blindfold 5 people and have 5 people touch different parts of the elephant and describe what this being is like. One person touches the tusk and says that it is hard and smooth and pointy. And another person touches the ear and says it is very thin and flexible and hairy. Another person touches the tail. Another person touches the leg. And each person describes this one being that is the elephant, but giving totally, completely different descriptions of this one being. And so it is with your glorious I Am presence. As each of you begin to perceive it within you, you will at first connect with different aspects of it. It is a vast, unlimited being within you. And to try to describe it in a few words can be very misleading. So just keep inviting this presence within you. If thinking of it as the blissful observer helps you to feel its presence within you, then use it. If you have any other way of perceiving your I Am presence that is useful to you, then employ that method, beloveds. The method is of no importance. And I try to give you as many different methods as I can, so that each of you can find one that works for you. But know that your experience will be unique, and it will grow, it will change, it will evolve as you are able to perceive more and more of your very own divine presence. So I hope this helps you to understand what it is to be focused on one thing, and at the same time to be able to be aware of that one thing in a multi-dimensional way, employing all the aspects of yourself in order to experience that one thing. For in truth, it is about having experiences, beloveds. When you are truly focused with all of your aspects, you can have the most intense experience of anything. As the different aspects of yourself are distracted or engaged in something else outside of the one thing that you wish to be focused on, the experience becomes less and less intense, until eventually the experience can completely stop when you are totally distracted. For example, when you are consciously breathing during your meditation, if you completely forget about the light, about feeling the light, about directing it, and are only breathing deeply, then this is not meditation at all, beloveds. That is deep breathing, a purely physical exercise. But when all of your aspects are engaged and you are feeling the breath as it goes through you, you are visualizing it to the best ability that you can. You are thinking only about receiving the breath into you. Then this is meditation, beloveds. This is being focused multi-dimensionally. I hope this brings clarity to this question and to your ability to be focused in a multi-dimensional way. Thank you for listening to these videos, beloveds. I love you and I bless you. I am Metatron.